And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swack.
A punch for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swack.
A punch for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here comes
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Live Southeast Sharp 50 at USA Dirt here tonight, VSRL Truck Series, and I'm at a late start here tonight on VSPEED. I apologize. Didn't have the thumbnail tonight. A little bit of chaos, and I had to throw some stuff together, but here we are tonight for the Southeast Sharp, and we'll take you through that grid really quickly. If it's going to show, I don't know if we're doing some heat racing. I don't know 100% exactly what's going on out here. But it looks like some heat racing on the dirt. So we're going to go through this starting order as quickly as we can. They're pacing around this place. Based off position, it's going to be, I think it's going to be some heat style racing. We have no grid. Looks like they're going to do separate heats all the way through. Hopefully everybody can show up here tonight. But up there towards the front, that's the 337 of Nicholas Fontenot. Starting on the inside, and the outside is Ross Phillips in the 5 machine. Lights are out on the pace truck. Getting ready to go green. There goes the pace truck. Hard left-hand turn. And we're green flag racing USA International Speedway on the dirt. All ready to lead lap number 1. That's Nicholas Fontenot, and he is ripping across that cushion on the outside of the 5. Ross Phillips trying to get down there. He buries it deep into the corner. Maybe gets the end there. Nope. Lots of dirt track racing. I love this stuff. Way up on the outside now is riding the cushion on the 337. Fontenot way up there in the Winston 337, but he gets passed by Ross Phillips, so change for the lead on lap number 2. And Ross Phillips gets by in 3 and 4. Now running the bottom for the 337. We look back here a little ways. We're going to get a wider angle. And we've got the 13 of Thad Miller going around.
Did you hear any static? Like somebody was keying up on your radio a few minutes ago?
Oh, that's the 13. He just loses it there on the exit of 2. It was actually the entrance of 2. But we'll go back and take an instant replay real quick for you. Actually got a little bit of help here as they go into turn 1. It's like maybe the 28 machines. No, I think Thad might have got a little loose there and started to track downhill, and the 28 was already there. So no harm, no foul. Just kind of 2 guys ending up in the same piece of real estate. But that's going to bring out caution number 1 here tonight, and that was on lap number 3. USA International Speedway. Ross Phillips able to snag away the lead just before that caution. Nicholas Fontenot able to lead 1 lap. And the 5 car, he leads 3 of them thus far. Maybe the 337 led 2 of them. I might be wrong. No, it's 1 lap led. I'm not sure on the math here. Well, I guess we haven't completed lap 5, but it'll be 4 laps led for Ross Phillips just momentarily. Outside of that, I got a big shout out. I got a huge shout out. If you guys haven't visited orangespeed.net, there's a new website coming out. And it's completely... Oh, Gunter. Right here. I'm going to show that. I'm going to show that comment. But Gunther, you got to go out and check out Orange Speed on their new website. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Huge shout out to those guys. It's going to be an iRacing necessity. You absolutely must have this. Custom tailored setups, insight on the race decals, all kinds of stuff out there. Go check them out. Website, the link below. It's a bunch of hash and forward slashes that I can't say quickly. Not my best work. But go check it out. You are hey you, right there on the bottom of the screen. Go look at it right now. It's vantage.ai. Orange Speed vantage.ai. And I couldn't remember it for the life of me. Anyway, green flag is back out. Ross Phillips taking him, and there we go. Back live here at USA on lap number 6. Already the 17 machine gets down to the inside wall. Lead lap number 6. That was Ross Phillips. Now lap number 7 as they come around. Fontenot's doing a great job holding on to this, but listen to the RPMs bogging down. The 5 gets a little bit haywire there on the exit, and he loses a ton of ground to Fontenot, who's going to slide right up on the inside. And now he's peaking. Tell you what, this 337, this is probably the most impressive I've seen him. And look at the 21 Garrett Helmlinger putting it on the dirt. Orange Speed line. OrangeSpeed.net, I believe. It's kind of dot that there it is. There it is on the right side. That's looking sharp. I like that machine. Purple and orange do go well together. I'm pretty sure purple's complementary of any color. But look at that 21 machine. Sean Bounty able to recover. He started way back in the field. He was deep all the way back to like 12th position, up to 4th now. Just behind him, Luke Daniels in 5th spot. Luke Daniels, you remember, contact there with the 13 of Thad Miller to bring out that first caution. Not intentional, but he does have a little bit of front-end damage on that machine. You can see it. Maybe we'll get a better camera angle. There it is right there. And he's actually running up, so damage arrow not as important at dirt tracks as it usually is at a super speedway, or even just a speedway for that matter. Long straightaways and asphalt tend to go hand in hand, and that means that aerodynamics are very, very important. But the 28 able to hold his own in the 5th position. And there's a guy that started on the pole last week, Nicholas Pressey, running in the 6th spot. Just behind him, Kyle Stewart, a guy that I thought was going to have a breakout race. And everything got flipped on its head there at the end of the... He's got some familiar left side damage there on that inside, though. And it's interesting because Morgan Cook's got some right side damage. So I think maybe a little teammate pass was happening. Didn't work out. 51-41. But this field is spreading out. Roger Saucier? That's just a fun word to say. Roger. I gotta say, you got a cool last name. You got an even cooler number, because that doesn't look like a 17. And now that I look at it, I'm kind of like, maybe it could be. I don't really know what that is. I'm not making fun of it. But it kind of looks like some Roman numerals. I don't know. I don't know that I would think that was a 17. Maybe it is a Roman numeral for 17. Nonetheless, in 10th position, that would be an X, I believe, in a Roman numeral. Ross Phillips, he's got an I. That's position 1. Coming out of turn 2. Fontenot's starting to lose a little bit of ground. 0.5 of a second behind him in the 337. We're just kind of winging it here tonight. These guys are winging it too. A lot of this field not familiar with dirt. We've been racing on asphalt all season long. But here we are. We find ourselves on the USA International Speedway, covered in dirt, running that cushion. You can see they've worn in the bottom line. It's definitely packed down. A little bit of an outside groove, but not too many people running that. Garrett Helmlinger kind of burying that right rear tire into that outside. And I'm not very familiar with dirt, but look at that. That right there is what you want to do. Ride that cushion. I do know that. 34. Sean Bounty starting to make up a little bit of ground, but he gets really loose off the exit. That's, oh my goodness, he gets really loose off the exit. He might lose a position here to the 28. Right on board here. See how hard it is to get around this place. These guys are wide open. Sounds like 3rd, 4th gear, maybe. I don't know about that setup. That gear ratio is pretty short. Guys are hitting the red line all the way down the straightaways. That's going to take a lot of discipline to not blow this thing up. It's over 500 horsepower trying to keep it together. If I'm too loud here tonight, I apologize. I'm a little bit excited. I haven't seen a dirt race all season long from any league that I've been broadcasting. Here we are with Ross Phillips running 0.6 of a second ahead of Nicholas Fontenot, who qualified on the, well, we wouldn't say qualified, but started on the pole here tonight and lost 1 position back. Garrett Helmlinger trying to take that spot away from him, but this top 3 are all together, snugged up, 20 out of 80 laps, and I don't think we're heat racing. I think they just threw them out there. I don't even think anybody qualified. I really threw this together tonight. Chat, I hope you forgive me. I hope everybody at VSRL forgives me. I was trying to get in contact with Adam. Some things got really messed up. Just a little confusion here prior to the stream, and I hope everything's okay with Adam. I really, really do. It's not like him to not. He's always on point, sending the thumbnails and sending the race information 4 days in advance. So, you know, whatever he's got going on, I'm sure it's really important. And best wishes out to Adam Baker. Adam Bacon, as we call him. The producer booth. Adam does a great job. And we'd like to thank all the people at VSPEED. Alec Martinez. Everybody behind the scenes that makes this possible. Outside of that, Ross Phillips. I'd like to thank him for putting on this lead. Look at that. Oh no, and Fontenot, I just caught a glimpse of that. He got loose coming out of turn 2, and or turn 4 actually, and loses the position to Garrett Helmlinger, who was right there ready to pounce. Let's go back and take a quick look at that. About 30 seconds ago. This is an instant replay. He gets really loose on the exit of the corner. Gathers it up in the grass, but he loses a spot to Helmlinger right there. That's going to put the 21 in second position. Probably, no offense to Garrett, but this is the best run I've seen him have all season, so let's go. Go up there and catch Ross Phillips. Let's see it. Phillips had a great race last week and gave it away. I know he was kicking himself. He led the first stint of green flag pit stops. He led a lot of laps. And then that's just a costly mistake there. Put himself back for somehow forgetting to take fuel, or I'm not sure if it was a black flag, what exactly happened. But gets set back all the way a lap down. I tell you what, he's hungry for a win. That 5 car is going to be tough to beat here tonight. That 21 is on pace to do it. We've got the 18 of Chris Klein, who was having a great race, finishing the top 10 layer last week. And having an off day to here today with 2 laps down. A little bit of right side damage on that 18 machine. But I think that Beaver's going to be okay. So, through your field right now, Ross Phillips, Garrett Helmlinger in second position. Third spot's going to belong to Nicholas Fontenot, who's sliding down on the inside really tight. He's probably going to clear the 18 and maybe get the 21. Nope, not that time. Sean Bounty back in fourth position, under fire from Luke Daniels in fifth. Kyle Stewart, sixth spot. Why race for him right now? Morgan Cook with that right side, and then matching damage from the 41. Brian Watkins into the 17. He's going to be in 8th position. Nicholas Pressey all the way back to 9th. And then we've got a car on the wall. I believe that was a 51 of Morgan Cook. Morgan, you got to let me get through my top 10. Brian Henning is going to be in that 10th spot. He is struggling, but a new paint scheme here tonight. Oh, and he hits the wall. Curse of the camera. He's going to go a lap down. But he is struggling here tonight. That thing looks like a handful. Nope, he oversteers it, and that's going to be yellow number 2, maybe.
Caution, caution, caution. How you doing in there, kid?
So just about halfway through the race there. And Brian Hennings throws it into the corner a little bit too deep, gets a little loose. A lot of loose, hits the inside wall. The 34, Sean Bounty, has nowhere to go. Let's take a look back at that. And we're going to ride on board with the 34 machine. You can see it happening right here in front of him. The 74 just out of nowhere gets really loose, and the 34 has nowhere to go. The best thing you can do is slam it in reverse. Yeah, they got really lucky there. Those guys had a head-up move. Let's go on board. We were riding with the 74 when that happened. So we'll go back and look at that one more time from his perspective. Nope. We're going to go back a little bit further. Brian Hennings on board right here. You can see he puts a lot of wheel into it, but it's just not going to happen. That thing had already kicked out. He was riding down there on that packed groove with the rubbered up track. Very slick down there. But that is going to bring out caution number 2 here tonight. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Recap the Southeast Sharp 50. 80 laps, 50 miles. 2 cautions, 1 lead change. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Oh, big wiggle.
Here comes Lionel using the bottom south car closing in behind.
And here comes Lionel. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
The world is burned.
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes
comes
Dweck.
A push for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Doubling back up here. Southeast Sharp 50 at USA Dirt. We're back live. Ross Phillips leading the laps, putting it down out there. The 28 machine of Luke Daniels gets by Morgan Cook all the way down there on the bottom. Right now, Ross Phillips, Garrett Humlinger, Luke Daniels. We had a little bit of pit stop. Some guys topping off with fuel, so I'm not sure if these guys are going to be short on fuel or not. A couple trucks did come down pit road. Be Sean Bounty, Nicholas Pressey, maybe getting some damage fixed there. Thad Miller, Roger Saucier. Saucier? I'm gonna keep butchering that. Is that a 07 or a 17? I can't tell. I don't know. Really don't. I'm sorry. Brian Hennings in the 74. And Chris Klein. They all came down pit road. Dan Witt has elected to take it behind the wall, but your leader right now, Ross Phillips, in the first position. 15 trucks started this race. 14 still out here on the track. And the Pro Line 5 looking to steal this one away with a dominating performance at 21. We have a yellow out on the track. Not sure who it was. I'll have to take a look back here and figure it out. Oh no. Gonna look like the 337 of Nicholas Fontenot is gonna go into turn 1 here on the inside of Kyle Stewart. He's gonna get really loose and check up. No, he actually made contact. The 17, the 13 get involved. Let's go on board with the 17. This is Brian Watkins' point of view. Maybe a little contact there. Yep. Nobody had anywhere to go. Thad Miller one more time here. Very tough to look around this place. Oh, and the 94, the 34 get involved as well. So damage on all these machines. That's going to bring us caution number 3 here tonight. All right, well, shout out Larry Dickerson. This is the place right here for you, Larry. You should have came out here tonight. Would have been a good time. All right, if you could do me a huge solid and just send this link out to everybody you know, solicit them, send it out on Facebook. Just send it to everybody in Messenger. Like, share, and follow the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a single race. Here for the VSRL set Monday Night Truck Series. Again, a huge shout out to Orange Speed. SpeedVantage.ai. A website launching soon. We're doubled up, getting ready to go green. Ross Phillips has led a lot of laps here tonight. But Garrett Helmlinger on the inside in second position. Let's see if he can snag it away. This truck's going to make that hard left-hand turn. And here we go. Green flag back out, and we're underway again. There it is right there already. All the way down to the bottom is a 28, and he's losing ground. He hits that I don't even know what to call it. I don't know anything about dirt. Oh, the 21 rides the cushion, though, out of the exit. And the 28 loses ground running down on that seam where that's packed down there on the bottom of the track, and that means the door opens up for Morgan Cook. Everybody riding the cushion right now. If you want to have to check up a little bit, and that allows Nicholas Fontenot to get up to his bumper. To the inside now. 337 backs out of it. Now he's going to dive it deep into the corner. 51 all the way up there on the cushion. He's riding the whole thing. Side by side down the front straightaway for the 337 and the 51. Still no pass for the 4th position. And now Kyle Stewart going to work the outside. Yeah, Jacob, we can absolutely make fun of Adam for not racing tonight. Absolutely. I don't know where he is. Rio Ross Phillips, he has led a ton of laps, 44 to be exact. 44 out of 46. It's a lot of laps led. That 21's hanging it out there to dry, though. He's trying to catch up to him. Let's ride on board with Garrett Helmlinger. He's trying. He's trying to get up there. That 5 car is just a little bit quicker on the exits. Starting to pull away. That 21 gets a good run off of 4. Makes up a little bit of that ground. Let's bring that ticker back up there. 4/10 of a second separating your leader back to Garrett Helmlinger. So Phillips, Helmlinger, Daniels, and Daniels keeps peeking to the inside. He looks like he's trying to put on a power move down here. Look at the gains he gets in 3 and 4. Now he's going to peek to the inside down the backstretch. No, not that time. I thought he was going to get the run. That proves what I know about dirt. That really does. It looks like the momentum's just not there unless you're riding the cushion. And the 21's doing a great job. That 28 looked like he had another run there. Now down here into 1 and 2. That's actually 3 and 4. Off the corner now, across the line, side by side. This is for the second position. Camera's definitely engineered for asphalt racing. So 0.8 of a second now. Phillips just running away with it. Morgan Cook in the 4th position. He's kind of under fire from the 337 of Fontenot. Fontenot's sizing him up. If he can bury it down here in the corner and get that exit. Not that time. And that truck straighten back out to try to get the drive off. That's actually allowing Kyle Stewart to catch up a little bit. So these three, 4th through 6th. Let's go with that. All right on top of each other. Sean Bounty, who's had a tough race tonight. Just behind them, but here we go. Almost side by side down the front straightaway. 337 still able to get that run. You see the 41 waiting to pounce if these guys make a mistake getting side by side. Sean Langton tonight. I tell you who's not thinking about Sean Langton. That's Ross Phillips. Langton last week stole a win away from him. It was his race to lose at Dover. Was it Dover? I don't think it was Dover. I don't know. They're all starting to blend together to me. And we've got a truck sideways down the backstretch, and that looks like the 07 of Roger. Roger that. Let's get the commercial, or not the commercial, but the replay going here. Go back in time a little bit and figure out what happened. He just slides out a little bit too far. It hits the outside wall on the exit of 2. Lucky he didn't get hit there. Watch how close this gets here. Oh boy. That's going to bring out caution number 4 here tonight. Here we are, single file yet again. 56 out of 80 laps complete. Ross Phillips, your leader. The 21 and Garrett Helmlinger in second. Luke Daniels third. Morgan Cook. Nicholas Fontenot will go all the way through the top 10. Kyle Stewart, Sean Bounty, Nicholas Pressey, Justin Ritchie, Brian Walkinger top 10. Roger Saucier. Saucier. I'm going to butcher that every time. I really don't know. I'm reading it. I'm trying hooked on phonics right now to read that correctly. I still haven't got it. Thad Miller behind him. Brian Hennings, Chris Klein still on the track. And then Dan Witt has elected to take it behind the pit wall. 5 truck looking good out there. Lights still on the pace truck. We're going to go one more time around before we double up. And your top 5. Gunning it out. Really, the top 7 has been run on top of each other. Garrett Helmlinger needs a good restart here. We get past that Pro Line Chevy. Oh, well, big news. Adam Bacon just got engaged this weekend. All right. Shout out to Adam Baker. And shout out to the 5 of Ross Phillips, who gets a great restart here. All right. It's all making sense now. I mean, I'd be out of town too, my guy. Hey, everything has to stop now. No, I'm serious. This is, you know what? We should have a special promotion for VSPEED. Garrett Helmlinger on the outside, coming off of turn 2. He's got the 28 of Luke Daniels looking on the inside. He's going to lose ground. And here comes the 51 of Morgan Cook to take away the 3rd spot. 28 sends it down on the bottom. Does not want to lose that position. They're side by side down the back straightaway. He's going to have to give that up, I think. Big slide there for the 28. He loses another position. The 337 is going to hit the inside. And there goes Fontenot up to 4th. 28 looks like he's struggling a little bit, overdriving it. Morgan Cook now starting to put the heat on the 21, who's been pretty comfortable running in that 2nd position, but hasn't been able to catch the 5 truck. And these guys are getting hungry. 61 laps in. We've got 18 to go now across the line. Oh no, Helmlinger a little bit wide on that entry. That gives up a little bit of ground to the 51 of Morgan Cook. Down the front stretch, looks like he made it back up. Morgan Cook didn't get a very good exit. 3rd position here for the 51. Fontenot trying to put the heat on him. And there's Luke Daniels down on the bottom, still running all the way down there. He's following the line of the 5 of Ross Phillips. Not quite matching it, though, as he slides up a little high. Doesn't get the runoff that he would like. And Ross Phillips, he's just making it work down there. I don't know how he's doing it. He really sends the front end way before the entry. He's sending it down in there. Might be getting a little conservative, though, because the 21 of Helmlinger is starting to come up to the back bumper. 28 truck. And the 337 get tangled up. 337's going to be down on the bottom. Not sure if he's trying to bring out a caution. He's not bringing out a caution, is he? Is he trying to get it going? Like that left. What is going on here with the 337? He's got that left rear just cranking speed. He's going to go a lap down as he pulls it down onto pit road. Something broke in that truck. We got a yellow flag. Back to Fontenot, who I think might have been part of that caution. He was pretty slow on the backstretch into 4. Well, that's, we're gonna rewind a little bit further here. Everything looking pretty kosher right now. Oh. That was the discipline thing I was talking about. Trying not to blow this thing up. I knew it was going to be a problem. I just didn't know who it was going to happen to. And the 337 of Fontenot ends up letting go of the engine. I'm not really sure what's going on with that rear diff, but be like a runaway diesel engine. I don't really know. We should probably inspect that truck for an electric motor because that left rear tire was turning with no engine power. Anyway, there it is. I guess I really don't know. Fontenot back out on the track. He gets his fast repair. One fast repair here tonight. He's led one lap. He started up front. Tough break here for the 337. And there's the guy that's led the vast majority of tonight. The 5 of Ross Phillips. Can he get it done here tonight? Get the win. Oh, so important as we approach chase time. Race number 8 out of 14. The only dirt race on the schedule here in VSRL. Be proud to know that I still have it. There it is, Orange Speed SRT. Go check that out. Also, go check out OrangeSpeedVantage.ai when that site opens up. Personally designed setups, and we're back green. Is that the 51 of Morgan Cook all the way down there on the bottom? Yes, it is. Little contact with the outside wall there for the 51. Cushion is getting thinner and thinner as this race goes on. Not really a cushion until they build it up against the wall, but they're working on it. So what was it, Larry? You just too good to come out here and run on the dirt with these boys? Couldn't handle it? Come on now. Garrett's up there in second. You can do it, man. I know you can be out here. Garrett's doing a great job here tonight. He's ran in second position for probably a solid 45 laps. Trying to chase down that 5 of Phillips, and man, they had a little tag with the wall. These guys really riding that outside as this track starts to mature. 7 laps to go. About 6.5 now as they go down the back straightaway. The 21 looking strong. Can he steal away the victory from Phillips? He's going to have to figure out a place to pass him. So he take it back to the bottom line. The 5 riding that berm as they enter 1 and 2. This track really widened out. And the 21 gets a little loose there and loses a lot of ground. Oh, man. 28 of Luke Daniels takes away a position, loses it right back. He sends it down to the bottom hard. There he is, a 5 of Ross Phillips riding that cushion. Look at him locking up that left front, trying to get it to swing down into the corner. It's right on board with him here. Watch him send this thing down in the corner. He's hit that wall so consistently. He's doing that on purpose, so the right side's gonna be worn off that thing. Which looks like a super late model the way he's got that thing cambered out. Here we come on 5 to go. 4 to go as they cross the line. Ross Phillips, untouchable here tonight. Right up next to the wall, there's a exit turn 4. 1.1 seconds separate him and Garrett Helmlinger. Helmlinger's fallen back quite a ways. I don't know. Morgan Cook, he's showed some speed there. He's had some glimpses, but nobody else is riding that rim quite like the 5. 2 to go. I don't know. I don't know. White flag about to come out here as they cross the line. White flag is out. Final lap around here for Ross Phillips. He just has to do it one more time. Garrett Helmlinger has nothing for him. And it's going to be Ross Phillips. Oh, and the 74. Good heads-up move by the 5 to go down to the bottom. Here he comes off of turn 4. Race winner here tonight. Ross Phillips. And he led 79 out of 80 laps at USA International on the dirt. What a race there for Ross Phillips. Getting it done. Fireworks down the back straightaway. Excellent drive here tonight for the 5. And Orange Speed gets it done. We're going to park it on the front stretch. 21 Helmlinger trying to chase him down the whole time. These guys trying to do some burnouts with him. 51 Morgan Cook got a little excessive with him. Put him down there in victory lane. Park him down there. There we go. Let's get a good shot of that. You guys not quite sure what they want to do, but post-race interviews with your top 3, and it's all Orange Speed. These guys came prepared here tonight, and we'll just shout him out again. Great job by this top 3. We'll be right back as we pull this interview right after this.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swack.
A push for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins an Auto Club.
Back live here, Southeast Sharp 50 at USA Dirt. We have your 3rd place finisher. We're going to catch up with him down here in the pit. 3rd place finisher, Morgan Cook. Oh, Morgan, it was tough out there, man. It looked like that track matured very quickly, and the groove got closer and closer to the wall. Wall riding the whole night, pretty much.
Yeah, I did not expect to be up against the fence tonight. My goal to, or my plan tonight was just to run the bottom, both ends, right around that inside wall, and see if I can make up some time. But it just got too used up, and there was still moist stuff on the top, so we all went up there.
Yeah, it looked like the cushion was building another 10 laps or so, and I think that the only way you could get into loose stuff is if you were rubbing the outside wall all the way around the corner.
Yeah, I almost got there. It got really tight on the entry to one. I was overdriving it, trying to catch Garrett, and yeah, I just about knocked the fence down a few times, but it is what it is. Third place is pretty good for our effort. I feel like I had the sixth place truck here tonight. Things just kind of worked out for me.
Well, I tell you what, it's the only dirt track on the schedule. Are you glad it's out of the way?
I like dirt racing, and this is my favorite dirt track. I like this place, but yeah, onto more paved pastures.
Yes, I agree. I come from a place with dirt roads, and I still don't like the dirt.
Yeah, it is a different animal for sure. I can run the tacky stuff just fine, just like everybody else can, and I'm decent on the bottom. But yeah, I really struggle up against the cushion, up on the cushion there. So I'm glad this race finished when it did, because another couple laps and Kyle and Bounty probably would have got me.
Nonetheless, Orange Speed up there in the top three. Morgan Cook with an excellent top three. Anybody you'd like to shout out for tonight's performance?
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't have done it without my Apex Sim Racing button box. That's for sure. The Orange Speed guys have been awesome. We finished top 4 tonight. Just a really solid running from us. We, for the most part, kept it off each other. I know Garrett and Ross were on each other pretty good up there, but yeah, good racing throughout. And thanks VSPEED as always for covering this, and Southeast Tutoring, league sponsor, and my company here. If you need math help, anyone you know, setutoring.ca.
Well,
That's all I got this time.
I hope you go back and watch it because it was eventful. And I don't do dirt broadcasts very often, and it's going to be blatantly obvious that I have no idea what I'm talking about. So enjoy.
Sounds good. All right, thanks.
There's your third place finisher, Morgan Cook, in the 51. And here we go. Second place finisher, Garrett Helmlinger. Performance best here for the season. And I thought you were going to get it, man. I mean, you look solid all night long, running in that second spot for a solid, 60 laps. I thought you were going to get up there and get old Ross.
Well, honestly, if that last caution didn't come out, I think I would have had something for him. Don't get a phone call. Just ignore that.
This is your extended warranty. You want
Yeah.
to return that truck, buddy?
That wouldn't be the only scam I've had to deal with today. But no, I really thought Ross is so good on these damn tracks. It's so hard to have anything to say about him whenever he's up front, and especially on a track like this where it gets this late in the race. And really the only way that you're gonna get around somebody this late in the race is either just flat moving them or just throwing an unrealistic slider and taking them out. But I knew I wasn't gonna do that. But I think it was 15 or so laps to go, and the last caution came out. If that run would have gone green, I think I would have had something to say. Because I think he was driving a little squirrely, and I had it. But on the last run, I don't know what it was. I got loose, and I just could never regain the time. But shit, man, that was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you this. We just talked about it with Morgan. The track matured so fast. Another 10 laps or so, and I think you guys would have been wall riding around this place.
Yeah, it's I honestly didn't expect it to go up that much. I knew it was gonna move up, but I didn't think it was gonna move up to the wall. And I'm excited to go back and watch the broadcast to see what it was like from whenever we were glued to the bottom to now at the end we're glued to the top in only 80 laps. But the driver's side of me is extremely pleased with finally putting a race together and not finishing. I don't know, my best finish for tonight was 7th. I got close at Atlanta, but other than that, I was like, when the hell am I going to talk to Bradley? I was like, this is the one season I'm going to come in there. I'm going to get VSPEED in here. It's going to be kick ass. And then I'm just going to go over, and I'm not going to talk to Bradley once this whole season. But
here you are, man. Here you
yeah.
are.
And now it's getting crunch time. Now only 2 races left until the playoffs. It's do or die at this point. I haven't updated the points, but hopefully I'm in a good spot going into the off week. But yeah, it's definitely crunch time. It's do or die to get into the playoffs now that Yeah, there's only a couple spots worth of points left, and I know I'm coming in tonight. I was 10 points out, so yeah,
I
it's a good
mean,
one.
again, I'll go back and I'll reestablish that what I told Morgan. I really have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to dirt racing. I know the lingo for the most part, but it's tough to judge runs out of corners. You see a guy dive to the inside, and then all that momentum just disappears on the exit. Some guys running the outside will end up getting a run, and I really have no clue. So to be able to broadcast a dirt race for the first time in a while, it looked clean, man. It looked good. Yeah, we had 4 cautions tonight, but as far as putting a race together, congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thank you very much. It honestly, with these races, tonight wasn't that big of it was a bigger field than I thought. I know with a league like this, you throw a dirt track in there, and a lot of people get kind of deer in the headlights.
Yeah, it's a
and, and
deterrent.
and it's definitely a deterrent. But we were able to get, we're averaging 20, 21 cars a week, and we're still able to get 15. That's a great count, and having 14 of them finish the race. And I know that most of the people here, they don't have anything to do with dirt. They don't care for dirt. And the ones that are interested in dirt, they typically are the cream of the crop when it comes to these races. I've done a lot of dirt. I know Ross has done a lot of dirt. Morgan, but honestly, even
Not very
if
many
you
people do it in the truck though, and
if you
that's
like
the other
dirt,
thing.
if you like dirt, if you hate dirt, when you have a truck race on dirt, the only way that you're going to do good is if you practice. Ross just kicked ass, and if he came out here with no practice on the week, he would have taken the entire race to get comfortable, because this is a totally, we did 2 dirt tracks last year, Bristol and Eldora. Both of those things from the go, it's high line and stay there. This race, it evolved from the start. The entire race was an evolution, and you had to adapt on the fly.
Yeah.
Before the end of the race, I hadn't even messed with the high line, so it was totally new. It was totally foreign up there, and I just stuck with it. People going to the inside, and I'm like, shit. If I go to the inside, that's going to be the one time that I mess up, because I haven't done anything in these conditions.
And what
But,
about the engine RPMs down the straightaways? You had to watch that. There was a combination of things, and that was blatantly obvious from the start that the engine could pop. You guys are running it pretty wide open down the straightaways.
Yeah, it's I don't think I was full throttle once during the entire race. I just didn't trust. I didn't trust how squirrely it would get if I laid the hammer down, and really the position that I was in, the way that I was running, it wasn't worth sacrificing it, because I just need the. It sucks not getting the win. It's not. It's a little bit easier finishing second to a teammate. It really sucks not getting the win, but I needed the best points tonight I could possibly get, and now the league owner part of me says this was an absolute win. Just everything about it, the count, the way that the race went, 4 cautions. I predicted 6. I'll be blunt and say it. I said I think we're gonna have 6 cautions tonight, and only 4 and 80 laps with a 15-car field. That's much better than you normally get with a truck race on dirt. It only does one a season, and yeah, everybody did great. I'm so glad. I have so much stuff to say that I'm not going to remember to say right now.
Well, I tell you what, let's start with some shout outs, and we'll keep it on that one. How about that?
The two biggest shout outs, I got 3 huge shout outs right now. First of all is you and VSPEED for putting this show on, because it's honestly so fun to go back and watch. Everybody, I got a lot of people watching week in, week out, and they thoroughly enjoy it, and it's a partnership that we'll talk about that after, and continuing to roll this thing on.
We appreciate
But you put on such a kick-ass show week in, week out. Adam does such a good job with everything that he does, and you guys as a whole, I'm so
And
glad.
he's engaged. So
Yeah.
shout out to him, huh? He got engaged this week. Yeah.
Oh, he
I didn't
did?
get I didn't
Oh.
get any I didn't get any thumbnails this week, and I was like,
Woo!
what is going on? That's never happened. He got
Well,
engaged.
shout out to Adam.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's awesome. But
That's awesome. And 4 shout outs. Go ahead.
yeah, but second shout out is Southeast Tutoring, the sponsor of the series. I guess that y'all both were the sponsor for tonight. This was VSPEED's race, and it says Southeast race. So yeah, the VSPEED Southeast Tutoring Sharp 50 or whatever it was called. I don't really remember right now. But yeah, Morgan does such a good job for the league, and his contributions. And Ross for making my kick-ass brand new paint scheme, debuting
Yeah.
it in fashion and good style with a second place. Obviously, I need to stick with his paint schemes because mine have done no luck for me this year.
I mean, get a little orange on there. Get a little orange on there.
Yeah,
That's what you need.
Purple's my favorite color, and evidently it's working out. So,
Purple is a good color. That's a very good color. I agree. But
Yeah,
nonetheless,
well,
man, second place tonight. Congratulations on it, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Coming down to crunch time, so
yeah, man.
let's
We'll
get this season
talk to you all in
set
2
back up.
weeks.
Right on, man. Hope to see you. Garrett Helmlinger, second place finisher here tonight at USA Speedway on the dirt. We have one guy left to interview, and he did an amazing job. The Pro Line Chevy, Ross Phillips, you finally did it, man. You led all those laps last week, and it got stolen away. Here tonight, you lead all but one in a dominating fashion with the victory. How do you feel, man?
Pretty good. That's why I was going to be the first thing that I brought up. Like, looky here, we actually put it together finally. Instead of 2 weeks in a row dominating and then something going on, and yeah. What are you going to make in 3 weeks?
You did it in a place that like is probably the hardest track to drive in the schedule because not a lot of guys like to race dirt. We talked about the track matured so quickly all the way up to the wall, and I watched you go into turn one. You ripped the whole right rear off that truck trying to go into one on purpose. You did it consistently.
Yeah, there was quite a few times I tagged that wall going into one because there's a pretty good little hump of a cushion going into that corner, and it's only in one. It only ever happens here in one. The thing I am shocked about is typically this racetrack down the front stretch, you get some nice little whoopties right there against the wall going down the front stretch. You come here in a modified and you're just bouncing like crazy down the straightaway. But I'm really good at dirt. I've always been, born and raised in dirt. So it was a fun race. Definitely fun. I like the way this track progressed.
Tonight's setup was a little strange. We listened to some guys pop some engines. It seemed like the RPMs were pretty high all the way around this place down the straightaways. What was the secret to kind of getting around the track?
Not being fully in the throttle. We knew coming in here there was going to be a lot of people that didn't practice enough and didn't realize that, they catch that little RPM rip coming out of the corner and they're thinking that the higher the RPMs, the faster they're going to be, and that's not the case. I think that entire race, I told Garrett, I didn't even find that cushion line up against the wall until about the last 8 laps, that final restart. And that was the hardest I'd driven the truck all night. Before then, I don't think I ever saw over half throttle.
Well, I mean, you told Garrett and you had to drive it hard because that guy was hungry. He wants to win, so he was
coming. Yeah, he was coming. I finally chose that last restart. I chose that inside line thinking I'd, throw him for a loop a little bit. And I was just going to drive it down as hard as I could down into one and just let it slide to the wall and let her eat. And man, I was like, hell with it. I drove it in on the top side and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hammer it one time, just stick it flat foot, and it just turned and it stuck. I was like, oh, there's something. And we drove away from him.
Found the cushion.
Yeah.
I mean, when you find the pillow, man, you got to lay on it.
Yeah.
So, listen, finally put it together. We're coming up on crunch time, the only dirt track in the season. But what do you have in store for us for the rest of the year?
We're just going to go out and have some good races. That's all there is to it. Try to put on a good show for everybody here at VSPEED, obviously. What do you think of that podium finish? That's the thing. Top 4 trucks, Orange Speed teammates.
Yeah, right? I mean, put it on. Kyle Stewart, Morgan Cook, Garrett Helmlinger, Ross Phillips. And then, Langton. I mean, shout out to Sean last week. And
we were missing him this week. That's for sure. We can't wait for next week to have him back. He's going to be, I heard Garrett's interview earlier about the paint scheme. Sean will be rocking a new one also. Hopefully I will have Kyle's together here shortly. We've got a bunch of really good looking Orange Speed Southeast Tutoring trucks.
I actually mentioned it in the broadcast that I was like, well, one guy that's thankful Sean's not here, that's Ross Phillips in the lead because that was stolen away, dude. It really was. And it was your race. So I'm glad you got to rebound and come back Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out? I know you gave some teammates some thanks. You got anybody else you'd like to thank for tonight's performance?
My kids most of all. You know, I love my babies to death. You know, they come over, they have fun. Kids, they try to stay quiet. My daughter comes over, slaps my arm a few times, tell me she's thirsty. You know, while
Yeah.
I'm racing, you know,
Yeah,
yanks on
I'm
the steering wheel.
not doing anything. Sure. Let me get you a Capri Sun.
Love my kids though. You know, always big shout out to them, but big shout out to the teammates, obviously. And you know, one person that I noticed through a lot of the interviews doesn't get a lot of gratitude through the whole thing is Ryan Depew, the basically the team owner. He's put a lot of great guys together, doing a lot of great things.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, we every week in, week out, you know, we love each other and all that stuff, but we don't ever really get too much word in about him. Couldn't be thankful enough for being on this team. Southeast Tutoring for sponsoring this thing, man. Anybody needs any kind of tutoring needs and all that, Southeast Tutoring's got you. Garrett for putting on this show. And man, the performance from the VSPEED crew, huh?
Hey,
Love it.
We had no idea what we were talking about tonight, but we got it done.
Doesn't matter. It's a show, and we
It was
love
a show. Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I really do. And Orange Speed SRT up there on the screen. Scan that QR code right now. Take you to orangespeed.net and then orangespeedvantage.ai. Going to be launching here very soon. And you mentioned Depew. So there it is. I'll shout him out too. So a second shout out to Ryan Depew and all the things that he did with this team.
Absolutely.
And Ross Phillips, your winner here tonight. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, fellas. We will catch you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
I'll probably be upside down on my lid. I think it's Dega, if I remember right. So
Yeah,
we'll be in the catch fence or somewhere. So
It
look
is
for me
what
flying.
it is. Good luck.
all right, thanks, buddy.
There he is, Ross Phillips, your race winner here tonight. And we're going to go through that final finishing order where we had 15 trucks officially start this race. Dan Witt parked it behind the wall. Dylan Bryant, Larry Dickerson, technically 17 trucks on the field. But here it is, your results. Ross Phillips in that win. Garrett Helmlinger, Morgan Cook, Kyle Stewart. It's all Orange Speed for the top four. Then Sean Bounty, Luke Daniels, Brian Watkins, Nicholas Pressey. It's going to be Thad Miller and Roger Saucier. Saucier. I'm going to have to get with him. As when I say I have no idea what I'm talking about, I can't pronounce words. So then moving on, 11th position, Justin Ritchie. Got Chris Klein, Nicholas Fontenot, Brian Hennings, Dan Witt. And there's Dylan Bryant and Larry Dickerson. 83 laps down, did not take it around this track, and I really don't know how they ended up 83 laps. 83 laps down? 83 laps down. Timing and scoring a little off there on that. But, yeah, 80 lap race, and they're 80 laps down. I'll go with it. Whatever. It was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For everybody here at VSPEED, VSRL Set Truck Series, Orange Speed Pro Line, and everyone in between. VRX Simulations, most of all. We thank you for your time here tonight in tonight's broadcast. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss a single race when we go live. VSRL Truck Series. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live for the BTDY Racing Series. That will be at 8:35 Eastern Time. Hoping to see you there. Until then, everybody, have a good night.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh! Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Zwack.